Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. Everybody knows Town Business is a movie buff. And in case you guys don't know, Town Business is into movies and movie, history and everything. Well, you know what? Today marks the 40th anniversary of the release of the original Friday the 13th, which basically started a empire of slasher films, which led on to multiple sequels, all sequels, reboots, and from what I heard, there will be more reboots. But nevertheless, Friday the 13th marks the 40th anniversary of Jason Voorhees, basically a deformed child who basically drowned at Camp Crystal Lake, who basically resurfaced to go on a killing spree. But here's the kicker. This is what people always get misconstrued about Friday the 13th. Technically, this is not the 40th anniversary of Jason Voorhees. This is the 40th anniversary of the series. Actually, the first Friday the 13th was Jason Voorhees' mother, who, well, I can say what happened. We all know she got her head cut off, decapitated. You know, Jason didn't show up till the sequel, which I think the sequel came out like in 1981 or something. Yeah, I think it came out in 81. But it started with Miss Voorhees. Basically, she went on a killing spree because Jason was deformed, and basically he was drowning while the two counselors at Crystal Lake was having sex. So basically, his mother decided to go on a killing spree, which she eventually she ran into somebody that wasn't willing to go. So quietly, basically, she ended up cutting off Mrs. Voorhees' head, and then basically Jason went on a tirade. Basically, he seeked revenge. Anybody that came to Camp Crystal Lake, which is hilarious because basically, if you know a serial killer is roaming around Camp Crystal Lake, why do you keep opening it up to the public? And they seem to do that every year. And we all know that Jason was next to impossible to kill. He had superhuman strength. And the funny thing was, these movies just led to a bunch of absurd, like, ways of Jason killing people, from shooting spear guns to, smashing a dude's eyeballs, smashing a dude's head till his eyeball came out. I mean, he was just finding all these elaborate ways to kill people, in particularly with machetes and everything. It was just funny to see that amount of violence in these slasher films and stuff, but it was a true slasher film. Now, I gotta be completely 100 with y'all. At first, at first, horror movies used to scare the shit out of me. At first, every time they show commercials with Jason in that hockey mask, I would go into another room. I got over my fear of horror movies like around mm, I say 80, 86, 86, because that shit was off the hook. I couldn't watch that shit unless my mother was present and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it would be funny too. I remember when I saw Friday the 13th part 3. um Man, I wasn't used to seeing all that killing Jason was doing, but it was funny. My pops got mad at me and shit because, like, I couldn't sleep. I kept calling him. He was like, "Man, take your ass to sleep." But nevertheless, I got over it. I went on to become a big fan of these slasher films, and I pretty much saw every last one of them. Even part 5, which really didn't feature Jason. It was somebody faking like he was Jason, but Jason is an iconic horror movie slash, slasher film genre. He is a horror movie icon, right up there with Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. So that's all I have to say about that. That's my memories of Friday the 13th. So I just want to say congratulations to Paramount Pictures, for giving us these, I ain't gonna say gems, I don't know what to call them, but for giving us these films. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. My favorite Friday the 13th movie, I think it was Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Corey Feldman was in that. So that's like my favorite one. But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.